I'm going to give you all some moments to come in and then we're going to talk. I just got in, I'm exhausted, and I wanted to have this conversation with you all. I did let the people behind the scenes on the tech squad know that I was going to be coming out and having this conversation with you all when I got home. So I'm home and here we go. So I'm just going to give you all a few moments to come in and then we're going to go from there. How is everyone doing? How are you doing? Today we're going to be talking about, and this will probably be one of my last updates about this because at this point I really just kind of have to come to grips with reality and kind of make my moves according to that. So, yeah, hi, welcome in. Hey, Kafira, welcome. Hey, Tonya D, welcome. Hey, Koja, welcome. Taylor, Denise, welcome in everybody, welcome. All right, so let me know how my audio is and all of that. Hey, Pierre, I was just live yesterday, wasn't I? So you couldn't have missed me that much. It's only been a few moments. All right. So yesterday I did a video. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go live on all the platforms. I just need the tech squad to let me know when you've gotten the text. And tech squad, let me know if the text has the correct title in it for today's video. Oh, all right. So, yeah, good afternoon, Monica. Good afternoon. I feel a little down. During my commute, I had a chance to just really kind of write it out for this week's update that I'm going to do on my blog. And I let out some of the feelings because I was on the verge of tears when I was on the way home. Um, and I've had to just pull myself together. Okay, so 1010 text notification squad, you got the text? Is that what you're saying? Because if you got the text, I'm going to go ahead and go live on all platforms. Okay, and it has the correct title. All right, let's go ahead and go live on all platforms. All right, we're live on Facebook. LinkedIn needs to be re-verified, so they're not going to be live. We're live on Twitch. And we are live here on YouTube. All right, so welcome in everybody, welcome. I'm Tonya TKO, and those of you who know, I am very proudly in grad school. I am pursuing a master's in psychology, and ultimately I was headed towards my doctorate, right? All right, so the other day I did a video and I was curating my courses. And then so yesterday the registration opened and I didn't want to happen what happened to me the semester before because I had to get on the wait list for a few classes. And then this year I decided to do it earlier. This semester I decided to do it early and get the classes that I want together. I spoke to the academic advisor who many people in my program have described as useless, that they don't even waste their time with him, blah, blah, blah. So yesterday I came out and I did a video because yesterday was the day that it was like the feeding frenzy. Everybody was registering. Like the moment that it opened, people were just going back and forth in the group chat. It was a lot. But over the weekend, because like I had reached out to the academic advisor, and the academic advisor was like, "Oh, just read the handbook." Because I was trying to ask this man some questions, and he was like, "Oh, just read the handbook." So I went and I read the handbook, and according to my understanding of the handbook, clinical psychology courses, like the ones that we picked out, are not courses that I can take. So I was like really kind of bummed about that, and I told people in the program I didn't think that this was a program for me. I wrote to the academic advisor, and I wrote to the head of the program and was like, the academic advisor is really not helping people because a lot of people in the group just don't know what is going on. Like people just don't even know. It's like They're reading the same handbook I'm reading, and we're all confused. So I was talking to an ex of mine, and my ex was like, yeah, um, my ex is still an emotional support system for me. Hey, at least we broke up well, right? So nonetheless, he was telling me that I should contact the dean because the dean would care whether or not the academic advisor is not helping folks. So I wrote to the program director, and the program director got back in touch with me and scheduled a meeting with me and was like, I'm sorry this is happening, blah, 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 blah. Right? So I had that meeting with him today. And this is what is crushing to me. So I met with him today just to get clarity and to find out how I can transfer over to the clinical psych program, right? All right. So, I'm just trying to voice this. Somebody said that I was being dramatic when I wept over my plants, my plants dying. And I just don't want to I just don't know if I'm being quote unquote dramatic or anything like that. But what I found out from him, actually, there's some good news and there's some not so good news. So the good news is that the clinical psych classes are in my program. That's the good news. So that's the good news. So I was telling him, I was like, I feel like there's some fundamentals of psychology, neuroscience, this, that, and the other that I would really love to be able to learn. And this is the part that is crushing to me that he told me. He was like, well, if you feel that you are weak in some areas, I suggest you get a book, that you study it, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, get a book, right? And I'm like, he's like, look, in the program, we're just not going to be able to teach everything. He was like, the supplemental learning, you're going to have to do that on your own. He was like, if you're interested in a PhD program, you can start doing your research now. So like when you have your final projects, and this is all good advice, but it's just crushing to hear this because I'll tell you in a moment. So he was like, when you have your final project, start doing your research now. Turn the final project into a passion project or a project that you're passionate about, right? And so I was like, okay. And I was like, well, when he told me to read a book or, get my learning elsewhere, because he said, listen, I can take all the classes that I want. He was like, this program is 36 credits. So you can take all the classes that you want, but they won't count towards your degree. Only these classes will count towards the degree. And then it kind of dawned on me. So the part that feels exactly what book, but I'll talk to you about that in a second. Hold that question if I don't remember to address it in a moment, okay? So I was like, the part that was crushing to me is that's what I had to do in my undergrad. So you all know that I'm from New York, but and I'm from the Bronx like Cardi B, but I don't have an accent like hers because when I was in high school, I decided to take a class on phonics, phonetic pronunciation, etc. When I was in college, I felt that because I was from the quote unquote ghetto, that my vocabulary was limited. And so I went and I bought all of these books and workbooks, vocabulary workbooks. I bought all of these books and resources to supplement my education so that I could be loquacious, so that I could be vocabularious, so that I could have a more than fundamental grip on the English language, that I could be a person who could communicate, not only enunciate, but communicate well, that I could be an orator, that I could be, uh, what is the word that they like to say about Black people that Black people don't think is a compliment? That you are, what is the word? I can't even think of the word now. They say it and Black people are like, that's not a compliment, When people, articulate, so that I could articulate my points, that I could punctuate my points with cogent points and cogent thoughts. And so that's what I did undergrad. And I really felt like it was a failing of the school, that there were just certain things that just were not offered. And all of this time that I thought it was a failing, it was really just me being proactive about my life and what I wanted my life to look like. So now jump to grad school. This is the realization that I got. Grad school is 36 credits. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Do the math, right? Yes, articulate. Grad school is 36 credits, and these classes are 3 credits each. That is 12 classes. That's 12 classes. That's it. So I can only take 12 classes to get my degree. And I'm like, 12 classes is not enough. Like, I just got here and I'm already 1/4 of the way through. And I'm like, what? How can I be 1/4 of the way through my program after one semester? So there's so much that I don't know. And if I want to know these things, like all of these juicy, rich classes that I'm looking at with all of these amazing titles, sex, violence, and society against, so it's like all of this stuff. And I'm like, so I'm like, what? So I'm going to get a degree and be lacking in information. And no, the PhD is for research. I'll talk to you about that in a moment, right? So I started looking into PhD programs because I'm like, I want to be in, so, because, undergrad is my only, reference point. And undergrad, we had 4 years, right? But grad school is half that time for a graduate degree. Maybe I am being too dramatic. Maybe I'm being too dramatic. I'm enjoying being in school, and I was enjoying picking all of these classes that I could learn from. And now I'm like, wait, what? Wait, you're telling me that I'm going to leave this program with deficiencies in knowledge and that I have to supplement it? So the person that asked, what book? So this is what I've decided that I have to do. All of these all of these classes that I want to take, I'm now writing to the professors for them to send me the syllabus. And I'm just going to have to do it on my own. I just feel so sad about that. I don't know, maybe my expectation was just off, but I thought that when I left grad school that I would be proficient. Like I want to be a master in my field. Like I want to have expert knowledge of all of these things, right? And at this pace, I'm not even I don't even have any more elective credits for the Women and Gender Studies certificate that I was looking to get. Oh, auditing courses. You know what? That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Because there are people who are in my class right now who are auditing. That makes me feel better. I feel I feel better. I do. So when I looked into the PhD program, there are barely any classes in the PhD program. The PhD program is just mainly lab and research work. That's it. I'm like, all of these people who got their PhD, it's just lab work. And I'm like, what? So I just feel lost because I thought grad school was going to be an opportunity for me to really dive into all of these topics that I love so much. And sister is saying in this day and age, you could be your own best professor. This is true. This is true. And Jazzy is saying you won't be a true master until you work in your field. That's true. That's true. I've been enjoying being in school so much, but I feel like somebody said that that their master's program taught them absolutely nothing. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm going to have to get the knowledge on my own. I feel like I'm going to have to just go get it myself. And I was just enjoying being in school, enjoying the learning, and enjoying being in that process with, other people in my cohort and the group discussions, the class discussions, and all of that. I've just really been enjoying it. And it just seems like I'm just going to have to do all of the heavy lifting on my own because I'm a quarter of the way through my program after one semester. Because if you think about it, right, 12 classes is 36 credits. I've already done like 4 classes. So that's it. Am I being dramatic? Am I? I'm like, maybe this isn't a big deal and I'm just really kind of just rolling around in the mud. Sometimes it don't look as we expect it to. That's right. It doesn't look like how I expected it to. I thought that I would be able to roll up my sleeves and take all of these classes and just be like a pig in mud, a kid in a candy store, but I only have 12 classes that I can take and I've already taken 4. So, I don't know if I need to get a second master's in clinical psychology, or I just honestly don't really know what to do. When it comes to the PhD, I'm just not interested in spending 5 years doing research and lab research work. I'm just not interested in that. I'm interested in the knowledge. I'm interested in learning critical theory of I'm interested in learning critical psychological theory, critical theories of spirituality, Eastern and Western religions. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to just maybe take postgraduate courses at a bunch of these different schools. There's a lot of great schools in the Northeast that offer postgraduate courses. I could take courses at Harvard, at Princeton. I could take classes everywhere, right? I just really just didn't expect this. I don't know. I maybe look, my expectation was off, and now I'm learning that I kind of feel like they just push us in the door, spend a bunch of money, take some classes. If you learn, you learn. If you don't, you just take these classes, and at the end, you just get a degree. And I'm like, I don't just want any degree. I came here for the knowledge. Like, I came here to learn. You know what I mean? But I am going to. So, so yes, I am interested in society. I'm interested in the brain and behavior, personality and choices. Why do we make the choices that we make? I took a critical theory of trauma class this year and it just got me so open. Like, I'm open off of what it is that I've learned. Learning about the field of psychology and how it came to be, the heavy hitters and the early founding fathers of it, like Freud, Genet, Laplanche, Winnicott, Cahoot, like all of these people. And I'm thinking now, I just really won't have the opportunity. Well, switch up my major into what? I'm getting the master's in psychology. I'm getting it. What am I supposed to switch it up into? I talked about that yesterday, but it's the same in the clinical psych program and in the developmental psych, forensic psych. We're all getting the same masters. It's the same piece of paper. And it's like the classes are, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know what it'll be like in a different program. I don't know what it'll be like at a different school, but I think, like somebody said that I'm a lifelong learner. I think that that's just what it's going to have to be. I think I'm just going to have to just keep going to school and just continuing to learn. Maybe join like a trade association, like maybe a psychology trade association, and maybe just continue to take continued learning. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe I need to go the clinical route and just, I need to look and see how a person becomes a clinical psychologist. What classes are they taking? What type of degree do they need to have to become a clinical psychologist? Because at the end of the day, I want doctorate level knowledge. That's what I want. Look at it differently. The journey is the delicious part. You get to meet new people, open yourself for new experiences. Not you have to take other classes, you get to take new classes. No, I feel like I get to take classes. I'm complaining that I'm going to get a degree without really getting master level knowledge. It's like each class is different. So my issue is that every class is different and has a different focus. And that 12 classes like is not enough to really fully get expert knowledge at this thing. Because so like listen to this, right? I took applied psychology. I took spiritual wellness. I took critical theories of trauma. I took another one that talked about in research of teens in a program that helped them with positive psychology, right? All of these classes are very different. So it's like a hodgepodge. I get a little bit of info here, a little bit of info there, a little bit of info in this class, but I don't feel like altogether it's enough for me to consider myself an expert with master level knowledge. You can get certifications after you graduate. Okay, what type of certifications can I get? And there were some people who sent me, some programs in other countries, etc. I'm going to look into those as well because I really I want to dive into the information. Like when I did my entrance paper, I talked about doing this for the knowledge. Like I'm not doing this for the piece of paper. I'm doing this for the knowledge. Okay, so certifications allow you to concentrate. Okay. I guess like my certification in women and gender studies. I guess like that. Okay. All right. School cannot teach everything. Oh, it went by too fast. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it. It went by. I didn't see what the person said. School should not. I didn't see it. All right. Well, thank you. I just wanted to vent that and get it off my chest. Tonya was just thinking about me. Yeah, thank you for thinking of me. I just wanted to get all of this off of my chest. So yeah, so this is going to be a journey where I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to just really look around at different schools. Maybe I can do like a summer up at Harvard or a summer out by Princeton or a summer here or a summer there. The difference between someone who has an issue with Ivy League schools is that, listen, HBCUs need to get their weight up. Get your weight up. These Ivy League schools are at the cutting edge of inventive practices with cutting edge minds and just HBCUs need to get their weight up. They need to have a reputation of curating the best and the brightest. I'm not going to apologize for being at an Ivy League. I'm not. Why don't you go get accepted to an Ivy League and then turn it down and show me how it's done? Don't try to turn your nose up at something that you can't even get into. I'm not trying to be snarky. I'm trying to be real. It's like you could snub something all you want that you don't have the capability of getting into. So snub it, yes. I did HBCU for my undergrad. I'm not making any apologies for going after higher education at an elite institution on the cutting edge of change making in this society. I'm not going to do that. You go and you do whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself feel better, but go get in first. Go apply, get in, show me your acceptance letter, and then show me your rejection letter that you rejected them. So come on, stop this madness. Stop this. Stop this. People, man, the unmitigated gall, the gall, trying to take away from my achievement. HBCUs need to create, or at least there needs to be. They say that Howard is the Harvard of HBCUs. Why can't it just be the Harvard of Harvard? Like, have a stringent, very studious program that people have to work to get into so that your program can be respected like its peers. Stop it. Stop it. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. You talking about the colonizer. Well, listen, I'm working on getting me a colonizer to be my business mentor. They owe me that much. They owe us all that much. I'm looking to get a wealthy colonizer to take me under his wing and pass some of his privilege off to me. Stop it. Stop it. Somebody saying because slavery, they have the opportunity right now to do what it is that they need to do. You talking about slavery? Okay. In its inception, we needed HBCUs. So what are HBCUs doing to churn out the best and the brightest? What are they doing? I had good professors in my undergraduate. Like, don't get me wrong, because I went to a great school. I had good professors. However, there were people. Listen, I'm not even gonna. Harvard is not an HBCU. I said Howard. They say that Howard is the Harvard of HBCUs. That's what I said. That's the saying. That's the saying. So let me ask a question. Why is it that HBCUs are not requiring, why are they not implementing a standard, a higher standard than the average? Why? And if they are, then tell me the HBCU that is implementing a higher standard than the average. It's like, you want me to, for my graduate studies, I mean, I'm already at an Ivy League and I'm going to have to do supplemental things on my own. So now you want me to go to an HBCU for my graduate and be at a place that is hiring, that has average learning practices, with people who got average GPAs, with teachers who are average in their field, rather than being among the teachers who are the best and brightest in their field, who had competitive offers and chose the best one for them. Okay, so someone is saying HBCUs definitely have a purpose with regard to medical school. The largest number of black doctors come out of HBCUs. Okay, okay. Someone is saying, I have always wondered how academically competitive HBCUs are. Well, there's different levels of competitiveness. It just so happens that Ivy Leagues are at the top for black and white schools. So this is not a matter of, me just going to some quote unquote white school. I'm going to a school that is above black schools and white schools, just in terms of admittance rate, GPA, just all of that. So let's not play the game. So here go Chicky Poo talking about, I think it's because they want to encourage any and all black people to attend. Unfortunately, that requires them to lower the bar. I look, look, you said it. So, what do you expect your reputation to be when you lower the bar for people to get in? Any and all. And listen, when I went and when I wanted the black college experience, I got that. I got it. I got it. And you know what? There may be opportunity for me when I'm doing my additional learning. There may be opportunity for me to take some amazing classes at an HBCU. You know what? Oh no, Sun is saying HBCUs are not on par. Listen, all they have to do is just raise up their standards. So the thing about it is, if we want to create competitive black, if we want to create black people with competitive education in this country, then we need to make sure that we are doling out to them competitive education. Now, like I said, when I was undergrad, you all know, look, I got my undergraduate degree is in media arts. I was taught by the guy who taught Spike Lee. You could like, love, or hate Spike Lee if you want to, but I was taught by the film director who taught Spike Lee. That was at an HBCU. I'm happy that I was in my program. However, and you know what? Maybe I'm just being too hard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because I haven't looked at all of the programs and all of the teachings and all of the offerings. I haven't looked at that for all HBCUs. I haven't. So all right. On that note, people are talking about their PWIs. Look, I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. But I could be just, maybe I'm just being a snob about it. I don't know. I don't know because I haven't looked into all HBCUs. They do need to raise their standards. Thank you, Summer. Oh, wait. If HBCUs raise their standards, they would go broke because a lot of the black students wouldn't be able to meet that standard. This is not a put down. Oh, well, you know what? So, this is the thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. All right. So, if the focus of HBCUs are to make sure that black people get degrees, that they get educated, that they accept black people, and then they push them out into the world. Okay. So if your purpose is to just churn out degrees for black people to educate them or whatnot, then what do those same black people do once they get out into this world, right? Do they then go back into a degree mill for the churn? Or have you put out people into this society that can now compete on a national level with other people? And why are we not happy and proud for them to do that? You know what I mean? Thank you. I do feel proud to be admitted into a top tier school. Is there no black university that is a top tier school? I don't know. Listen, on that note, I'm going to see you all later. I'm going to take some time to just think. I just wanted to tell you all. I worked at Princeton for 5 years, and when you get in these institutions, you realize it's all the same. Tell me more. Tell me more, Pem Art. Tell me more. When you say when you get into these institutions, it's all the same, tell me what you mean by that so that I can hear you. Ivy Leagues also have large financial endowments and backing. Okay, there was this black guy who went to Morehouse and was like, "Oh, I'm taking care of everybody's degree." All right, so Oprah, all these millionaires and billionaires, are they giving endowments to these black colleges so that they could hire the best and the brightest? Are they doing that? Somebody's saying Spelman and Morehouse are good schools. I went to Clark. So I went to school right there in the AUC. So it's not like I didn't support. Stop this. Stop this. Let me ask this person a question. Taylor, where did you go to school at? Because you're over here pushing HBCUs. Let me find out that you didn't even go to an HBCU. Taylor, where did you go to school? Where did you get your undergraduate and graduate degree from? Tell us now, please. I'm waiting to hear back from you. Spellman is spelt with one L. And the people who originally went to Spelman were the children, the biracial children of the enslavers The biracial children of the enslavers were originally the students of Spelman. Taylor, we're waiting for you. Where did you get your undergraduate and graduate degrees from? Talk to us. Let us hear. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Come on, Taylor, come through with the information. Why are you quiet now? So Shoshun is saying the higher standard than the norm is not fair to most black students with educational disparities. Many black standards are limited with lower financial stability and student population in poverty. HBCUs are critical. Without them, a large number of black students wouldn't have a chance. Even black students within the higher standards, they lack also. Standard universities give preference to certain socioeconomic populations. Well, who is talking about taking away HBCUs? HBCUs have a vital place in society. I'm not saying to take away HBCUs, and any I didn't see anybody in the comments talk about taking away HBCUs. So now look, I want you all to see what Taylor is saying. I didn't market any of these schools. LOL. I was trying to get you to consider what you were saying. I'm not in need of the external validation. So we got a motherfucker who ain't go to school. Come on, Taylor. The hell are you doing here? What you talking about, man? Taylor didn't even go to school. Talking about this person don't need external validation. This person didn't even support an HBCU. You need to close your beak. You need to shut it. Can you believe this person in the comments riding my ass? Riding on my damn ass. And this person didn't even go to college, let alone grad school. This person don't even know what it's like. This person didn't put forth not an application, nothing. Somebody's saying HBCUs need to go away. No, they don't need to go away. HBCUs are necessary, in my opinion. But you're entitled to your own opinion. I don't know if you're a troll or whatever, right? But do you hear what Taylor is saying? We have this person riding on my ass. And this person never put in an application to higher learning. A Perry Life is saying I needed that life. Oh, my girl, my sis, where are you? Please reach out to me, please. I want to talk to you, okay? Answer your Instagram, all right? I'm concerned if you jump to those conclusions based on such little information, you are having a bad day. And Taylor then apologizes. You said you don't need the external validation. I want you to prop up your alma mother effing matters. Go prop them up. I done told you what school I went to undergrad. You propping up HBCUs. Did you go to an HBCU? If so, shout out your school. I am showing my face in public. You're just a name in the comments. This is why I'm saying you didn't go to school. You didn't. And you saying I jumped to those conclusions from that little information? All right. You say so. Look, talking about you concerned. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to look into NYU. I'm going to look into NYU. I'm going to look into Harvard. I'm going to look into a few different schools. Okay. I'm going to look into a few of them because I want the knowledge, and I want above average knowledge. Taylor, shout out your school. We got doctor talking about I went to Oxford. Okay. Okay. So someone says that they're not a troll. The standard is low at HBCUs. See how they living spaces they subject the students to. Oh goodness. All right. Well, there's a person that says HBCUs need to go away. Taylor, what are you going to say to this person? Go jump on that person now. Jump on her. You all did brighten my day. Taylor, you awfully quiet, son. You awfully quiet. I don't know what to say. It's so easy for people to talk about other folks and talk to other folks about what they're doing. But when it comes time to talk about what they doing, they don't want to open their mouth. They don't want to open. They just want to talk about you and what you need to be doing, but they ain't talking about what they doing. They ain't talking about that. All right. So listen, I'm going to talk to you all later. I appreciate you all coming out and helping me get through this. I see that so somebody is saying, Taylor, it's okay. Don't despair. You don't have to prove anything to anybody on this earth. Taylor needs to prove to me that Taylor went to undergrad and grad school. This is what Taylor needs to prove to me, and I'm on this earth because Taylor has been writing me for 2 days about my decisions and what school I'm going to. But when you ask Taylor, Taylor talking about I don't need the external validation. It's unbelievable. Someone said I can post my credentials and transcripts. I know that's right. I know that's right. So somebody's saying legacy students equal purchase degrees. That is, look, once you get into the school, let me just tell you this, right? I don't know. Listen, when I was in undergrad, it was a different story. But now, let me tell you what these schools are doing. Because especially of things like that, there's a whole list of things that you need to have in order to get a passing grade. There's a certain number of assignments that need to be in. Each section of the class has a certain point. So like in my critical theories of trauma class, the final was 30% of the grade. So the teachers don't know who is a quote unquote legacy student and who isn't. You still got to do the same work that everybody else has to do. The only thing that the legacy does is that it gives you a few extra points on your application for being a legacy student, but you still got to do the work. Once you get in there, you think the teacher is going down a list for admissions. Once you're in the school, everybody is a student, and you have got to do the work. So it's oh, unless see now legacy student and what those stars in Hollywood are doing are two different things. Those stars were paying large amounts of money to make sure that their children got certain grades, I believe. That's what I believe. Now that is a whole other story. That's more than just legacy. That's more than just legacy. That's corruption. And I think some of them went to jail or had fines, didn't they? So listen, I will see you all. Somebody's talking about Tonya TKO. They don't even got my name on right. Oh, somebody's saying I didn't realize this was an ongoing saga. Yes, this is ongoing. Look at the video from yesterday. Taylor has been going in, but now Taylor has disappeared. So Nicole says, Puh, I was legacy, purchased my ASS. Oh my. This is what I'm saying. Like, legacy does not mean you just get handed a degree. You still got to do the work. So Yalib is saying Ivy League schools are not Ivy League. They're glorified networking. Listen, let me tell you. And what's the matter with networking? What's the matter with glorifying network, rubbing shoulders and elbows with upper echelons of decision makers in our society? Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all is now talking about other stuff now. So let me go rest myself and get ready to do some studying, some extracurricular studying, apparently. So that's it, everybody. I will see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And what is your self love lesson from today's video? My self love lesson is about just taking the time to realize that in life, I'm going to have to curate what type of life I want to have. Whether it's a life in school, a life outside of school, that I cannot let my hands off the reins that my self-love lesson is to invest in myself and to continue to invest in myself, because apparently nobody's going to do it for me. There's not going to be any perfect program that's going to have all the classes that I want to take. I'm going to have to do some of the heavy lifting, and my self-love lesson is to just be vigilant and stay strong for the journey. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for helping me through this. Peace. I went to press the applause and I hit the wrong button. My bad, you all. My bad. There you go. My bad. Nobody got blocked. Nobody got blocked. There's a friendly little broadcast with just us. Nobody got blocked. Nobody got blocked. I have to windmill at school now. I didn't even have a timer up, and I'm going, y'all. I'm so. I'll see you all later. I don't even have the inner continence to dance, and I don't even know if you all be dancing with me. It's like I got to do all this energy for myself, and then I still see some of you all writing instead of dancing. All right, so I'll see you all in the next video. Next time, let me know that you dance. All right, bye.